We've talked about ESG for a long time, but your book does such a good job of wrapping up that, plus the climate agenda, the Green New Deal, modern monetary theory, control of currency, programmable money. Walk us through some of these other weapons of control they're unleashing.
So the biggest one that I think people need to be aware of is MMT, modern monetary theory, and I'm sure you've covered that a million times. It is something that I almost didn't put into my last book because I thought it was so crazy that nobody's going to go for that. But in the end, I decided to put it in the last book. I'm glad I did because it is playing a huge role today. We are actually, as a nation, operating under the first part of MMT, which is print as much money as you want. Doesn't matter. Governments that can print their own currency can print their own money, and you don't even have to pay for it. You just have to be able to control inflation. Okay, so what do you mean control inflation? Well, that's where digital currency will come in. That's why the Congress was talking about passing a bill with if you have and spend $10,000 over a year period, which is everyone, including almost the homeless, then the bank can give the federal government full clearance to look at your bank account full time. And they said that's because people are cheating on their taxes. That's not what it was. It is because the second half of MMT is you have to control the companies, you have to be able to control production and labor, and most importantly, you have to control the consumer. The idea with MMT is you can print as much as you want. And if you start to see inflation, then the government has to go to these public-private partnerships in the government or in the private sector and say, hey, you need to make more or less of this widget. And then they get them to do that. If the company's board says no, stakeholder capitalism, the one stake that you don't hear about, is the golden stake, which the government holds, which says, yes, you are. And if you won't do it, we'll fire everybody on the board and we'll replace all of you. You are doing it. And then make sure that the right people are buying the right thing. So if you have inflation on cereal, you know what? You had enough cereal. We want to make sure that the people who are the right social justice people have cereal. Your kids aren't going to have cereal. Your digital currency will now no longer allow you to buy cereal. That's what's coming.
Programmable money. Yeah, we talk about that a lot. And I'm looking forward to sharing with you the solution we've developed. I mean, we have smart people come in the economic war room. We've got a solution for that. But you know what? You nailed it. All of these things that you're talking about, and the climate agenda, Green New Deal, that's just a way to suck up money and send it to places that they want to have.
I will tell you, Kevin, what's really frightening is the elites, they truly believe they are so far above us that they're not going to be held accountable for anything. And that's why I think that cage that they're building is so important, because if you don't put people in a cage, when they find out, the people who really believe in global warming find out that all you've been doing with this ESG thing is making these big companies and these politicians rich. It's pitchforks and torches. Same with social justice. Same with everybody who doesn't believe any of that. But now you've put me in this cage and now you're getting rich and I am changing my life. Why? When that really happens, tech, governments, and business, banks are all in deep, deep trouble. That's why it comes with a cage.
Yeah, Glenn, you nailed it. I agree with everything you wrote in the new book, bestseller, The Great Reset. It's a powerful and simple way to relay all the truth of what's happening. The things we've covered in the show, you can get in one book and hand it out.